Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Tried a little something different today with the Ask Scott. Good morning to everybody. Good morning to everybody. What is happening? How was your week? We've been working on trying to start on time now so we can get to other people's great and beautiful broadcasts themselves. And as you saw today, self development. That's what we're talking about today. So I'm gonna just give everybody a little bit of time to come in. Thank you for coming in. Um, early. Jenny Moreno, who gave me my first cash app due to hey candidate Ann, how you doing? My sisters are up in here strong, guys. These once again, these are prime examples of women that are married and they can show you how to do it. Okay. This is where we at. This is where we at. Much roses, much love to my family that I get here every Saturday. Well, you could really be doing something else, but it's Saturday. So, we're working on some new things and this is what we're doing. So, I hope everybody has had a great week. If you haven't, this is going to be a segment to where you can um, literally come back and see like most of my stuff and what I want to start out saying is that we cannot blame for what I'm going to go over today. We can't blame my parents for it for what they don't know. um it's not their fault. They had transitions and things to go through that we never went through and that we still somewhat go through depending on what your culture is. So it's kind of touchy for some, not for so many, but it's kind of touchy for some, and this just was, this what happens, and so you we have to deal with what we have and play the cards we are dealt. And a lot of times when you grow up, you learn a lot of things, and a lot of a lot of us grew up real quick that first day of school. Your parents are like, "Oh, it's going to be fun," and you're like, "It's not really fun because I'm not the cutest one like you told me I was in school." Right? My hair is not like the other ones that everybody's like, "Oh, you have beautiful hair," right? So it's like, and that's for male or female. It's just like, hey, this is where we are, and my daughter's up here texting me right now, guys. So I'm so enjoying this. So she's live, and I'm just letting her know I'm live now, right? So this is what we do around here. We are here to make a difference. The diaspora or the temperature of the YouTube space is, to me, is not enough positivity going around. So when you, like I said, like I usually say, when you see a need, you feel a need. So I'm at the point now to where I'm just getting to where people are saying, and Candidate Ann is one, and so is Jenny Morena, and some others. The World Class, a lot of other people have told me they're like, no, you're needed. So I was like, okay. So I listen to other content creators who have way more subscribers than I do, and I'm not worried about the subscribers. I mean, it only takes one person to change the world. So if I just get to one, I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm not. You don't get caught up in the audience thing. So here I know it's like 7 o'clock on the West Coast, and I want to say probably Central Time is 2 hours behind, so it's like 8 o'clock, 8:34. So most people don't come in here until like 11 o'clock or so, and I get it. So I'm gonna try to not too much, Jenny or candidate. I'm not gonna try to too much long stroke people, so I won't be, boring you guys because I really appreciate you guys being here. So here's the thing. Um, we have to, um, you know, not just point the fingers. Now, when I was growing up, all you had was top of the line was botanical encyclopedias or the library, and then that could be limited depending on what library you went to and in what city, because some had more than others. But we all know growing up, the library was pretty, I don't know, I want to say empty. It was never a lot of people in the library. Now, being that, being said, the library now has pretty much up here. You have no excuses. It's like at the tip of your fingers. Now, Wikipedia, I tell people, if you're a researcher, researchers will tell you you can go in and change somebody's Wikipedia. So if you're going to do research, try to get articles on certain things, and you can get the real truth about certain things. So you have to be careful with that. But on the flip side of it, we have no excuses to why we are the way we are and we're not progressing. Once I figured that out, and these are going to be some very sharp points here today. Um, and of course, I have my favorite number points. I have 14 of them. 14 is a very strong number in my life. Mom's birthday number, wife's birthday number, my daughter's birthday number, just in different months, but it's all on 14. My mother-in-law's birthday number, 14 on the 14th. So yeah, 14, yeah, is yeah. So no, I do not play numbers for anybody that's watching. I don't do all that. Um, so, you know, things that I didn't learn, I kind of did those things physically, and my daughter might come up in the chat to admit that, and she might not know some of it, but as a father, I did things physically that was not done to me by my father, which is I didn't expect because once again, what's it's deep, but it's not deep, and some people will only understand this. But my junior high was literally my father's and mother's high school in segregation times. So by time I went to their high school, it was a junior high, and of course we were, integrated, right? So it- I didn't think about this until my 40s, and now I'm pushing 50. So you have to go back and put yourself in their standards. And if you watch even the shows or even the documentaries on the things they went through, it's amazing to me. It's really amazing to me to how they survived that. And even more so for the others that have come from overseas, even back then, because the Great Migration, even from whatever island you're from, it really didn't start happening, from the little bit of research I did until like the 70s, and really like the 90s, it became real strong, like the mid 80s. So, just the transitions that people have to go through, you have to respect that. If you don't respect that, then you don't understand that. You can't expect people to respect you. So, going back to my daughter, me being a father, I wanted to be the change. And me and my best friend talk about this all the time is uh, his father was never there per se. So, yeah, yeah, exactly, Jenny. The late 70s. Good morning, Gail. At night. Good morning. Got your cup of coffee with you, sis. I love that shirt that somebody sent you, guys. If y'all, that shirt that somebody sent Gail was fire. I know I'm making you. I love making my sisters laugh up in here and smile because they deserve it. And but back to my daughter, we decided to do things. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody's coming in. Everybody is coming in. Good morning. So that's my cousin right there, y'all. Honey Love, that is my cousin. That is my ace boon. Like, that's my heart. I'm telling y'all. So y'all, once again, women in my life, but that one right there, yeah, show her some love. And honey, these are my sisters right here. So yeah. I hate that my chat looks like an average church right now. Anyway, all right. So I just made y'all laugh. Y'all know I don't care. I keep it real. I keep it 100. But with my daughter, I wanted to. Um, we had to do something different. You can't complain about what's not happening. So, if that was the case, we would be doing things different. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, that was my barber. He wants to show everybody in the shop, so sorry about that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys just showing some love to each other. This is what it's all about. This is what this channel is about. We're not here to cuss, fuss. We're here to lower your blood pressure, literally, because everybody else is not doing that. So we are here literally to do that. Any of you ladies that know any young men or men you think that might need to watch my show, it's pretty much like my sister Melissa Jane said, even though she came on much earlier Thursday, her finance class, if somebody can drop her in the chat, between my two mods, off the chains. Um, she is her financial course she has is woo, really helping me. And so Melissa, so you were right about what you said about the avalanche and the snowball. So you're right. But anyway, that's right. No beef over here because I'm vegan. So take your beef to your chat and to your channel. That's right. Thank you. So back to my daughter for the fourth time. Um, I had to um we did something different. Me and my friends did not few of my friends, we did not complain. We saw what was missing, and people don't realize a lot of you guys don't realize um the father and daughter relationship is very important in a woman's life. And a lot of women, whether they know it or not, they look for that fatherly protection, but the relationship love. So let me say that again. They look for the father protection, but the relationship love that you can offer them. And a lot of guys miss that because there's nothing like daddy's girl. And so, that relationship is just usually crazy. Quite opposite for the mothers with their sons. The dad will do just enough, right? Just enough to, you know, um, to throw a little bit of salt on the sweetness or whatever that the mother gives. But let me tell you guys something. It is very important. My cousin Honey in here, she'll tell you. Um, she was very close with her father. Um, like it's undeniable. And with my daughter, she's a daddy's girl. How you doing, KJ? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Finally catching you early. How you doing? I don't know what time it is where you are, and I don't know exactly who KJ is. If you don't want to give your real name, you can text me personally. But anyway, I'm sure it's somebody that's showing love. Anyway, so and I love to show everybody love that shows me love. So KJ, big shout out to you. Big shout out to you. Thank you for everybody pouring on in here on a Saturday morning while you're driving, while you're eating some cream of wheat, some grits. I don't know what you might be doing. I don't know. Thank you, Gail, driving. But listen, how in the world you texting? You must be talking and testing. Yeah, she's doing the talk, y'all. That's what we're gonna believe. Yeah, yep. Anyway, big shout out to Gail, the number one moderator, her and Jenny Morena. And so going back to that, the relationships that we have as a base really carries over into the relationships you have as you get older. And I just don't know any woman, no matter how hard or how much her guard is up, that's not looking for protection. And A lot of guys, and I told you guys, I'm gonna be on the guys. The women are here. So the guys are not here. So a lot of these women in this chat gonna probably send somebody's son or teenage son here, which is great. But here's the thing: a lot of guys do the wrong protection for women. You protecting them from things that you already have. You're protecting them from things that pretty much your other homeboys or other men that you think that might can get her. If in most cases, if the woman is already chosen her mind like you're the one, skip past that. Protect her in other ways. Work hard so she don't have to work as hard. Grow together, because you either do two things in a relationship: you either grow together or you grow apart. Okay, so with women here, these sisters in this chat that I know that know me, I'm protective of them like they're my sisters. And honey, I tell you, she's like my sister. She has a key to my house. I have a key to her house. That's my cousin, my first cousin. That's my heart. So it's not even an issue. Not all my kids can go to her house and spend the night. Like it's not an issue. There's nothing to talk about. My kids know that. My grandsons can go over there and spend the night and eat. All of my kids and my two grandsons can go over to her house and literally just and it's like nothing happened. This is that village I'm talking about. But going back to the power of being a man and the basics and of being a young woman, I'm usually on the male part of it because we missed the boat and we a lot of times try too hard. When you try too hard, people can see that, and you overcompensate for things that you don't have to compensate for, right? And when you do that, it comes back to bite you. So um, we're going to get into it right here. We're going to do some things right here. We're going to get into it. So, being that I've done my little intro with that, a little bit of the dialogue, we're going to go ahead and get to the music. Um, get down to 21, like Gail said. We're not going to have that loud. Put it like 25 and lighten up this mood a little bit, right? And this is what we do over here. We relax. We relax. We relax over here. We um, we do things a little bit different. It's like a smooth drink. Okay. So as you can see, this one is called self-development. And you see in quotations what I had put, I wish I had, ah, KJ, my coworker. How you doing, brother? Okay, guys, coworker, cool brother, single brother with no kids, got his head on straight. Good brother, good, real good person, real good person. His spirit is crazy. His I can go around this guy just like everybody in this chat so far. I can go around you guys and I know my blood pressure comes down. Those are facts. Those type of people you need in your life. I just gave you an answer to a lot of things because energy is real. If you don't believe me, go to a few family reunions, and some of us don't even go anymore. Especially some of us, when you hit about 30 something, 35, whatever, you kind of learn like if so and so there, I'm just not going because they drain everything out of you like a energy vampire. Like, and that's another thing. Another nugget I'm going to drop here. You need to find places to go re-energize. Core facts. What is going on, brother? Best friend right there. That's my first roommate, guys. Right there. Core facts. My very first roommate. My best friend right there. Since I could walk. My best friend right there. And he does an awesome job with his son. And he was actually the one I was talking about, how our fathers didn't do certain things and we didn't have to even talk to each other about it. We just did it. So core facts. Peace to you, brother. Always dressing nice. I'm trying to keep up. As you can see, I just got the ascot and the shirt on. I got I'm like a man with no arms. I can't hang right now. I'm just playing, I got to get some more stuff going, but it's not about the dress. I just try to be classy. So when young men watch this, they find out and see that they can dress another way. But these are the people in my life. These men right here that you see in this chat, and the others that are watching, as well as my barber in the barber shop. Been with him since 1985 because of Core Facts. He's the one who introduced me to that barber. So it's people around me that, even down to Sergio being there. All the barbers in there. Big shout out. All the barbers in there. That's been like the core barbers. You know, um, so big shout out to them because they are the fathers that some of these young men don't have when we're sitting in that barber shop for real. Big shout out to the barbers. We need to give them a big shout out. So, going back to the relationships that we have, here's the thing. Um, Soon y'all will, we will get all this together. So the first thing that I'm gonna have that I'm gonna pull up is point number one, since we've kind of gotten into this, and I hope I don't work nobody to death, but I'm gonna go back through them. So Jenny, don't please you or whoever don't try to worry about like, don't try to worry about like, oh my god, I got it. No, don't. I'm gonna go back through them so people can write them down. So the first one is right here. You spend more time with yourself than anyone. All right. Um, I, I'm beginning as my grandsons are learning to talk. That's something everything I'm saying today, I'm going to instill in them. You don't spend more. I don't care if you're married right now. I don't care how long you've been married. Um, you don't spend any more time with anybody except yourself. How you think, how you walk, how your brain is like a computer. If I'm doing this right, am I being a good husband? Am I being a good wife? Am I being a good partner? You have a lot of things that you ask yourself day in and day out. So this is why I say, or this is why I'm having this segment. Okay. This is exactly why I'm having this segment because the self development I know that I wish I would have learned are these points. And I think this is a good foundation for it of learning. You don't spend, look, you spend a lot of time by yourself. You could be sitting in a room full of people and you still by yourself because you're still asking yourself, are they looking at me? For women, it might be, is my makeup right? Or for men, it's be like, man, is my edge up tight? Is my beard tight? Whatever. Or, whatever marks on your face. Are they looking at me because of this blemish? You spend a lot of time with yourself. So I think it's very important to get to know yourself. Like I said in my previous the Know Yourself series, you can go back and watch that before you drag all that into a relationship to where you're trying to figure yourself out and somebody else's stuff out too, or figure themselves out too. And all you're both doing is bringing baggage of what you have not figured out yet, and you're adding more baggage to it. So you spending time with yourself more than anyone is the most factual state that you will probably ever hear. And I heard that before and I was like, I have to implement that and realize that. You have to also realize that on the side footnote that everybody does not think like you. It's common sense to us, like 14 years of truck driving for me. I use the Smith system because that's how I was taught in school. I look way far ahead. Far ahead. I look for orange signs. I even look up at the signs on the interstate, the bridge is going up. The average person does not look at that. I train myself to do that. I train myself to look in the rearview mirror every 7 to 10 seconds in case something fell off or whatever, or something might be leaking or my car smoking. So you can't expect everybody to think like you. But when you spend time with yourself, you'll learn yourself and you'll learn your likes and dislikes. And trust me, I have a lot of dislikes because why? Because, and I didn't even put this in here and it doesn't, it's another footnote. But like it says, it's not wise to compare yourself to others, but we do every day. some way, somehow. It is just not wise to compare yourself to others. When you do that, you're really cruising for a psychological bruising, right? And you start to question even more things. So remember, you spend more time with yourself than anyone. You have to remember that. You just do. And the best you can do is try to enjoy yourself and enjoy spending time with yourself. So going back, to let me go back to this. So, going back to that, here's the thing. You have to know and want, um, and this is not in here. Here's another, side note or footnote. When you learn yourself, um, it's it can be a light and dark side, right? But know where to show your dark side and when to show your dark side. Back to the good book, they say in Ecclesiastes 3, there's a time and place for everything. It's very important that we understand that. Whether you read the book or not, the Bible or not, is one of the greatest sayings in the Bible. So after you do this other part, let's go here. Go to brain development, right? So brain development. This goes for all of your coworkers and for those of you that are watching. And I came up with this because of the people I work with and the people I deal with outside of work, other places. They say your brain develops around between the age of 25 to 27. Of course, for women, it might be a little bit lesser than that because usually women are like 5 years ahead of us, right? But the brain development proves to me, depending on the current situation of there's no disabilities. That's the nicest way I can say that, if you guys understand. You know what you're saying out your mouth when you talk to me or when they talk to you. They know what they're saying. You know what you're saying. I'm just saying. The world class, what is going on? How you doing, brother? Yeah, the brain development, it develops around the average person 25 years old from what I looked up in some articles. So you know what you're saying when you say it, or you just choose not to think before what you're going to say out your mouth, and then we have a problem. So I choose this brain development to help you say that to some people when they say some things crazy. Or another footnote, repeat it exactly how they said it to you and ask them, how did that feel? Or how did they take it? Brain development. You 25 years old. If you don't have any learning disabilities, and it was almost sad to say that I do, and I probably do in some ways or form. I had a problem with reading comprehension at one time, but what I did was is I learned how not to have that because I just developed my brain, right? Otherwise, I know what I'm saying out my mouth. Mr. Scott used to have on his my geography teacher. I think Core Facts had him too. Mr. Scott, he had on his desk, I think it said engage in brain before you speak. I never forgot that little sign. Engage in your brain before you speak. Think about what you're saying before you speak. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, if that's the case, you know what you're saying to people, or people know what they're saying to you if the brain develops from the age of around 25 on up. And if they're 30 on up, I used to be like, pretty much raise my blood pressure and say something slick back. And for those that don't know what slick means, say something sarcastic back. But now I've learned how to kill people with questions or repeating how they said it and say, how would you feel if I said it that way to you? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Brain development. I want you guys to use this, not as a weapon, but it's just like it's smooth. It doesn't raise your blood pressure. And for them to think about what they did to you, either physically or what they said, because we got to add the physical part to it too. And it does not mean somebody getting hit. It means like you were supposed to show up somewhere and you didn't even have the decency to call me and tell me you were going to be late. Brain development. You know what you're doing. You know better. They know better. I'm not even talking to these people in the chat. I don't have to because my people here strong. You know, it's I'm gonna tell you, that's a piece right there. If you're, and I say this around my wife all the time when I'm talking about maybe coworkers or something, I'm like, if their brain develops at 25, and I know she's probably going to work saying it now, because it's so much easier. You don't have to say anything slick. You just don't. You know what you're saying? You know what you're saying. So we're gonna keep going with that. I'm gonna let that ride a little bit. You know, so you know, it's just crazy. So, you know, I'm gonna put you know, it's just crazy how some people do some things. So we're gonna go through some of these comments here. That's Candidate Ann up here. Big shout out to her. So we take a little break. We're on number 2. And then we have this is Jenny Morena, like before anybody got here. Before anybody got here. And of course Gail's right behind her. You know, so showing love. Gail showing love right there. And then we have my cousin right here, Honey Love, aka Honey. That's what we call her. And then we have Miss Financial Lady, Debt Free Lady, Miss Melissa Jane, right? We call her MJ for short, right? And that's what we do. And then we have my man KJ, aka Kevin. That's his name. That's all I'm gonna give out is his first name. And big ups to my best friend Corfax, who's coming out with his own show. He's already got some interviews he's got lined up. He's got some great interviews lined up. One young lady, a few young ladies I can't wait to actually see myself. So you guys will probably see him up here too. And then we have the one and only, the world class, which is a lot of us don't have. It's no class. That's the problem. That's why I dress the way I dress. It's to have some class. Yeah, there we go, right? Yeah, I went there. And there it is, the one and only BMU. He has a channel, Black Man Unfiltered Network. Big shout out to him. My moderators already know what to do with all these guys that have their own channel, and women, men and women. Yeah, show them some love. So, you know, Black Man Unfiltered, I'm telling you guys, he put me on. That man gave me a chance. The week that Kevin Samuels died, that man put me on since then and made me a commercial on his show. People don't have to do that, so I don't take that lightly. So while he can smell his roses, brother, I appreciate you and I love you for it. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. See, that's a problem. A lot of men have a problem saying I love you to another man. What? Love heals the world. I don't care what you guys say. It lowers the blood pressure. I'm too old to be having blood pressure. Y'all can do what you want to do. Do all the hate and all that. And when it comes to the reactions, my brothers that are in these chats, I leave it to the young lions. They got it. They know how to correct other men. They got it. I'm doing it on a low end theory level. That's Tribe Called Quest. I'm doing it on a low end theory level, right? The low end theory, right? I always incorporate a lot of songs or titles of movies or something or sayings from something into what I talk about. So look, y'all funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all got jokes. You look pressure washed. Oh my goodness, I'm not messing with you guys. Y'all too much. So we're gonna go to number 3. Number 3 is feed your brain. And there are certain foods, believe it or not. Of course, some of you would know this. Melissa Jane and the world class Jenna Morena. I'm sure most of you guys know this. A lot of people in the chat know this, but just for those that are watching. Green leafy vegetables that feeds the brain. Fatty fish. Now, some people might take that in fish oil capsules or actually eat just fish. That's pretty much where I'm at. I just eat fish. I don't do any fried chicken, any beef. If you want to go deeper into that, I was watching Forbidden Knowledge TV. Billy Carson is off the chains, but he's right. He was talking about how you have to be careful with the beef you do eat or the meat you do eat because of how that animal might have died, and that DNA of how they died will go into you. Just saying. Vegetables, right? Berries, okay? Tea and coffee. Usually, and Candidate Ann talked about this. And so did a blind guy, his wife, their life. They were talking about coffee the other day, how some people put cayenne pepper in their coffee. And I forgot what else. Gail might know what it is. She can put it in the chat. But they were talking about the stuff they put in their coffee. Cayenne, turmeric, and it was something else, Gail. I forgot what it was. But I was watching them. They were talking about how, the coffee can help you do that. Walnuts. I eat that a lot. It helps with memory too. So these are some of the ways to feed your brain. It's not hard, like I said. So go back through it again. A way to feed your brain. Food wise, green leafy vegetables, fatty fish, berries, tea and coffee, walnuts. And those are just a few to name. But here's the thing. The other thing I'm talking about, what are you feeding your brain with when it comes to YouTube? Yes. You right, Black Man Unfiltered. That guy right there. Billy Carson be speaking that truth nobody wants to hear. And I'm about to help him speak that. I'm just easing everybody into developing themselves and all this. But yeah, we about to go into that, brother. Anyway, Shamiria. Hey, y'all. Another sister of mine. Her and her brother. She is an actress, a working actress. She has a show. She has a few YouTube channels. Jenny, I don't know if you or Shamiria, put it in the chat for me. Put both of your YouTube channels. She's a working actress, a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart, guys. She's like the sister I never had, her and her brother. Lash's Journey, how you doing? How them kids? I'm used to hearing those kids in the background. But Shamiria, show her some love, people. Lash's Journey, always talking about growing stuff in her garden. She takes you on trips on how she plants stuff, how she shops, how she cooks. If you want to eat well, she has another great channel. So, this is how is it's going, What you say, Corfax? I'm dressing like a grown man, being the sample, brother. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. But we don't use the word trying. I'm doing it. Let me correct myself. Self-correct. I'm doing it. Yeah, I appreciate you, brother. So, all these people that showing me love in the chat, thank you for being here with me in the morning. Shamiria, Jenny, Lashes, Gail, Black Man Unfiltered, the world class. Y'all know I'm petty, so I'm scrolling up. Corfax, KJ, my cousin, Honey Love, aka Honey. That's what we call her. You know, Melissa Jane. Okay, all you guys and you ghost watchers, you ghost watchers. It's okay to come over here. It's love. That's why you see all this orange in the background. It's okay. Trust me, it's okay. Okay, and I'm about to make it more orange right here. Watch this. So because I didn't even watch this, I'm about to boom. There it is. Now, Nova gonna start laughing. There it is. There's the golden look. Yeah, I didn't even cut on my TV panel thing, but yeah, it's all good. There we go. There's the golden look. All right. So we're gonna go back to over here. We got feed your brain. Now going back to feeding your brain. What are you watching? What are you listening to? That's a form of feeding your brain, and it affects you, whether you know it or not. I've gotten rid of Hulu. I got rid of Hulu and subscribed to Forbidden Knowledge for like $9.99 a month. He's got over 8,000 shows up there of different people talking about how water can affect you. His stuff is crazy. He also has a YouTube channel, Forbidden Knowledge. Billy Carson's off the chains. He is literally off the meat rack. He's a problem. And he's a brother talking about things that most of the time we don't talk about. So anyway, oh no, hey, look, black man unfiltered. Let me tell you something, man. Here go Nova with the jokes. Tell the truth, you sitting in a bank vault. No. Oh my goodness, I can't with him. But you know what, bro? Let me tell you something. As we laugh about it, it's also serious, but we laugh about it, right? Let me tell you something, brother. You don't need to do that. You just maybe the weight part, you know how much you should weigh, right? But here's the thing: everybody in this channel, everybody in this chat, even down to like I talked about it before. Nova lost 100 pounds. Just saying. I lost like 35, 40. It's easy when you have help. And that goes to feeding your brain. Because the reason why that goes back to feeding your brain, the garbage that you read can stress you out. Stress leads to eating and doing stuff you just should not be doing, right? And we have our everyday life, and that sugar is worse and more dangerous than crack. It's been proven scientifically. So when you've been growing up eating grandmother's sweet potato pies, mama's cakes, aunt's cakes, and that's hard. Let's just be honest. But I'm gonna tell you how I did it, brother. BMU, how I did it was I started intermittent fasting. And I would just stop eating around 10 o'clock. And then and then I will back it up. So I usually don't eat anything after 7, and I don't start back eating until 7. Or sometimes I go from 7 to 12 the next day, and I don't eat. Might drink some coffee, drink some water, but then from 12 to 8 o'clock, I give myself 8 hours to eat. That's how I did it. It was hard at first. I was hitting my arm like Pookie in New Jack City. I'm just saying. But you got this. You got this. Yes, Shamiria. Yes. I watched documentaries on YouTube about it. That sugar is not a game. Once again, some of you've heard this numerous times. My grandmother could not go to my her own husband's funeral because they both got their legs amputated at the same time for sugar. This is a true story that happened in my family. I'm not making this up. They both got their legs amputated at the same time. I never met my grandfather. I met my grandmother, but I never got to meet my grandfather. But I just got told that story about my other cousin, Honey's older sister, about that. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah, both of them got their legs amputated at the same time. So grandma could not go to grandfather's funeral. Yeah, it's like that. I'm telling you. And world class, yes, hit them up, We got you. We got you, BMU. I know you laughing about it, but we love you enough to say, hey man, you got this. Seriously, this is what this channel's about. This is what we do over here. We promote each other. Okay? We promote each other. And I saw yours, KJ. Yes, feeding the brain. Um, it's very important. You got to stop watching this garbage that goes into our mind. We have to stop. It's not helping us. That's quite obvious. And everybody in this chat knows me. I've talked to you at least 2 to 3 hours plus, either added up or on the phone or whatever. It's not working. So this is why I have you guys come over here, because we need this. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is sad. Yeah. So I'm gonna put some of these up. And this, I'm not trying to stretch this out because y'all know we got to go support Suzette Speaks, show some love to her. But yeah, it's sad, Shamiria, it is. But all you can do is learn from it, right? That's all you can do. Hey man, of course, man. Hey man, look, bruh, there's more than one ways to say I love you. Love is an action, it's not just words. Just saying. I'm just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying. Everybody over here in this chat knows or learning this is what we do over here. This is where you come to get a break, to get answers, to get loved on, to be told things without something being behind it or me wanting something from you. Gail put my Cash App in the thing last week. I didn't. I'm not worried about it. And Jenna Morena, God bless her soul, she was the first one to send me a Cash App. I had to go show my wife, like, man, really? And she showed up only on my, really? Okay, let me stop. Watch what you feed your brain, okay? Here's another one. Here's number 4. Like yourself before you love yourself. A lot of us don't even like ourselves. So how can you love yourself? I'm here to make a change today. I'm not preaching. This is not a gospel. I'm not coming from the Bible. This is just straight word, straight to your souls. Like yourself before you love yourself. You can't love yourself if you don't like yourself first. I'm just saying. So I don't plan on getting a lot of comments on certain one of these because it's going to hit you. It hit me. I had to learn to like myself before I love myself. What man is going to say that? Because men don't talk about that. That's the problem with men. We don't talk. We go into our caves. A woman or your wife will ask you a question. Most of us that are married or in relationships, we will go in a cave 1 or 2 days, or sometimes maybe hours if she's lucky, hours, but 1 or 2 days, and we'll go back and answer her. And she's like, I wanted to answer again then, because we had not developed how to communicate or talk, and you don't like that part about you. So you have to learn how to like what you don't like about you to develop that part of you, right? And then you can love yourself. But don't beat yourself up. Like yourself for being different. Fat Me and Shamiria was talking about it about 2 nights ago. I was like, look at how different people are, and now they are the ones everybody wants to be. Bill Gates could not sit in a, if you watch some of the videos, if you can find them still, he would have his foot in a chair and he would bounce. He could not sit still. He has so much going on. Right? And then, you have a lot of people that we went to school with, or we were the awkward ones, and now look at us. You have to like yourself before you love yourself. I'm just saying. And I told you guys, everybody knows I'm doing what I say I'm gonna do. I'm here to talk about what everybody else is not talking about. Yep. Hey, look. If I'm not me, Lashes. If I'm not me, first of all, I'm being fake to myself, fake to you, and eventually the real me will come out anyway. So you're welcome. I decided to be me. I'm this is what I do, guys, because nobody else is doing it. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying nobody else is doing this. You know? Um, everybody's saying, I agree, you have to like yourself before you love yourself. I'm just saying, you know. And Black Man Unfiltered, yes, the channel motto should be get out of your feelings, start new with natural healings. Exactly. We're not even gonna get into Reiki healing. Right? I'm just throwing nuggets out right now where I'm about to go. Just saying. See, when you start talking about stuff like that, you don't need to go to these so-called healers, because a real healer that I saw last week was saying, he goes, when you come to me for healing, he said, you're the 99%, I'm the 1%. It all starts with you. I just give you ways on how to heal yourself, but you believe first. That's a real healer. See, this is where I'm going. I drop stuff like this so you guys can always come back and watch this. And you might not need to call me, but maybe you need to call me or text me. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? Sometimes you just need to hear a voice. Do you have the type of friend or person in your life, just their voice calms you down? You know how crazy that energy is? You know how crazy that energy is? All right. Like yourself before you love yourself. Like yourself. Be you. My other saying is, you might as well be you because everybody else is already taken. Like yourself. Love yourself. I can promise you, with 7 billion people in the world, somebody's watching and somebody's following you, even if you're not on the internet. Mark my words. There's too many people on earth for it not to be happening. Number 5. Something I had to learn, I wish somebody would have told me too. Work on your weakest skills. Whatever that might be. It might be paying bills. I hate paying bills. That's why I let my wife do it. Just tell me how much you need. I'll put it in the bank. Yeah. I hate it. Why we got bills? Why we got bills? What? I'm not saying that's the weakest, because I needed, I got to have somewhere to stay. I have, 2 pickup trucks of my own, right? But it's just that I could still consider that one of my weakest links. I would do it right at the point. Like, yeah, here's your money. Right? But not just that. I'm talking about some emotional or feeling things that I had with me too. Right? My weakest skills. It might have been math. It might have been, like I said at one time, reading comprehension, right? How to speak to people. My wife had to continuously tell me everybody does not think like me. That was a weak skill for me, because I'm like, you mean to tell? She was like, I didn't even think of that, but I'm just saying, you got to think everybody else is not like you. Okay. All right. Work on your weakest skills, whatever it might be. You know that. You don't have to say it out loud in the chat, but work on your weakest skills, What do you say? Yes, and okay, here we go. Okay, thank you, Shamiria. Facts and uncomfortable truth, and for here on out, y'all don't have to type all that. Just put Bernard S, because I thought about that the other day. I'm like, man, they be up there spending like 30 seconds trying to just put Bernard S. I know y'all like, thank God, oh my God. I know y'all thumbs probably got muscles trying to type my stuff out. Just put Bernard S. We know who it is. I've been meaning to say that. I'm sorry, guys, but thank you. Back to Shamiria. At Facts and Uncomfortable Truth of Bernard, that's exactly. People are attracted to authenticity. Authenticity. Let me tell you something. For those that do my type of work or do what I do, Thank you, Lashes. Um, it seems like it takes us longer, but I come to find out that we start to blow other channels out the water is because everybody's like, ooh, there's no drama over there. So reading Jenny's, I was a full blown adult before I uh let alone let alone love myself. It's a blessing of your parents teach you love thyself. Yes, it is. I agree. I agree. Core fact says liking yourself is how much you flourish with others like you. It's just a bonus, man. If I had an extra mic, I'd just be like this. Facts, straight facts. This is why this channel works because you guys are meeting each other in the chat, going to each other's channel, and you already know what you're going to be dealing with because I became the bridge of what I bring. Because you guys know and trust me that I'm not bringing any garbage to my chat or to my channel. Just saying, And back to Shamiria, it's a lot of people out here that got a problem paying bills. Girl, I know that's right. It goes back to my monologue. Um, you can't blame my parents, but when we were not taught how to pay bills and how important they are, this is what happens. You only hear you try not to. Y'all know what I'm saying? You try not to blame your parents for that. But a lot of our weakest skills come from the baby boomers, which is I'm beginning not to fault because of their transition. Once again, the junior high that me and Core Facts went to was our parents' high school when it was segregated. Those are facts. Core Facts in this chat. Me and him went to the same junior high school. That was our parents' high school. And when they went, it was segregated. By the time me and Core Facts went, it was integrated. So I had to, it's going to be one of the points that I'm about to come up with. I had to come back up with one of those points, on, how we can't blame them for everything. Botanical gardens in the library is all we had back then. 70s and 80s babies. Y'all know this. We have no excuse anymore. Do better. Big up to Daryl Long. Thank you for coming through, brother. He also has a channel. You guys can check him out too. Thank you for coming through, brother. And so, look, here's the thing. And I'm gonna put this up too because you guys are helping me. The world class of Shamiria, sugar is an acid that gets in your bloodstream. Blood's pH is 7.1, extremely fast. See? Facts. I got a lot of people up here. Lashes Journey, Melissa Jane, a lot of you cats. Don't mean to be calling you cats. A lot of you guys, the world class. I'm telling you, BMU, Black Man Unfiltered, is no reason why none of us, and even me, man, I'm like a rabbit. Eat a lot of vegetables, right? But going back to Good Day Host and Chat because thank you so much, Miss B Finesse. Thank you for coming by. Thank you so much. I think I saw you the other day on her chat. Much love to you. Thank you so much. And Gina Morena says, here's a great channel about money, budgeting, and etc. Yes, Melissa Jane's channel, Off the Chains. What I like about channels is that we can go back and rewind until we get what they're saying or somebody is saying, or until it clicks. That's important. We all do not learn the same. Just saying. So, big ups to you guys. So we're gonna go to number 4. Okay. No, number 5. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Number 6. Sorry, I'm going along. I'm sorry, I'm getting along. Sorry about that. So, me and Shamiria's brother was talking about this the other day. Always try to self-correct. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. because it took this fool right here a long time to learn that. And I did not grow until I knew I was the problem and not everybody else that I thought was the problem. And I'll say it, even down to my wife. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. It's one of my superpowers is to admit when you're wrong. But I had to learn how to self-correct. Prime example, Corfax, Desert Storm. Shamiria's brother, Mandrill, he was in special forces in the Army. The debriefing is a joke. Both of them will tell you this in the chat. Anybody that's been in any type of war, the debriefing is a joke. These guys literally learn how to self-correct. That's amazing to me. I've had letters, I think my mom has them. The letters that Corfax was writing me from Desert Storm. He's got a 12-year-old kid pointing a gun at him. He's writing me letters. He comes home and he self-corrects. He functions in society. So you that has not had any type of thing like that, exception of, let me go here. You do not have to go to war to be shell-shocked, because a lot of us saw people die or get murdered in front of us or seen deceased bodies. And I commend you too for self-correcting. Some of you have been through some things that you wanted to be unwanted as a child. I commend you too for self-correcting, because you're here with us. And we love you for you and not what you was and what somebody tried to make you. But self-correcting is very, very important. And as for me, I didn't start to grow as much until I started self-correcting. Even in mid-sentence, before I would say something to my wife, I'd be like, hold up. Let me think about that, baby. Hold, wait a minute. Okay, let me say it this way. That's why I give a lot of analogies to people. And, self-correctness is hard to do when you're doing it by yourself and there's no blueprint. But I commend every last one of you that's ever self-corrected yourself or starting to. It's hard. It's hard. That's why that's the one time I'm gonna use the word try probably, because that one's hard. I was just gonna put always self-correct. That's where the word try comes in for me, because I know it was hard for me. It's hard for some two-parent homes. Why? Because where you grew up at as the mother, they got beatings. Where the dad, where he's from, they didn't beat. They did time out, or vice versa. That goes back to my questions in the Mirror Questions and Know Yourself series. These questions should be asked, but self-correcting? I'm always self-correcting now. The way I talk, I represent my mother who taught me how to talk every day. I self-correct on how I judge people, because it says judge not and ye not be judged. So why judge people if you don't want to be judged? Self-correct. Right? There you go. I like that. I like that, Gail. Thank you. There you go. There it is, guys. There it is. I use strive in place of try. Thank you, Gail. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because guess what I'm about to do, guys? Live. We gonna make that different. Strive. See? There it is. Save. That's it now. That's what we got now. Let me see. Where did I put it at? I think I put it in there. Yep. Always strive to self-correct. There it is. See, self-correct. This is the purpose of it. You also got to be able to be humble, to be corrected. Thank you, Gail. So for those guys that have number 6, the word strive, we're gonna change it to always strive to self-correct. There you go. This is what we do over here. Oh, I can be told something. A lot of us can't even be told nothing. Well, I know that's what you do, Gail, but I'm just doing me. It's easy to say that. I also plan for a lot of you guys to be the example of showing how she smoothly did that. She didn't really correct me. She just said, "This is what I do." She just gave you a nugget, women, on how to talk to your men. Men, you just saw how to respond to a woman's suggestion. We learned 2, 3, and 1s all over here. Like, we learned something within something over here. Always strive to self-correct. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. Words are powerful. You are so right, Shamiria. They are. So powerful. So I really appreciate that. And like I said, guys, you guys do not have to put all that. You can just put, "Thanks, Bernardus." You don't type all that. I'm just saying. Oh my goodness, I'm just saying, because I love you guys. I really do. So going to number 7. Talk about this. You guys heard me talk about it. This is something else that a lot of us did not learn. Multiple perspective advantage. Let's say it again. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let me throw that out there. Yeah. Let's go back here. Hold up. Yeah. Miss Beefness, or how people so quickly say, "I will pray," but don't, but they know, yeah, but they know they were not. Facts. Just saying. Intentional Millionaire, how you doing? Everybody give a shout out to this brother. That's another channel. You can also go for finances. He has a whole segment, whole video on how credit cards interest rates work. He has on how to buy houses and what happens. And he was talking about the other day or yesterday how people, when you buy a house, they go off of your gross and not your net income, and that's where a lot of people mess up. Another great channel to go to for finances. He lives it. Him and Melissa Jane live it, what they teach about. Now, going back to, and plus, throwing a shout out to Intentional Millionaire. I don't know if I think his job has him over there over in Hawaii. Yeah, I need that job. That's why I'm going back to school. I know you laughing, but yeah, that's one of my bucket list places to go. Anyway, job gonna pay me to go. Why not? Right? I'm just saying. Even though you're 6 hours behind us, big ups to you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So here's the thing. Multiple perspective advantage. Something we don't do. What it means in a nutshell. Take yourself out of yourself and put yourself in somebody else's shoes, and do it from multiple ways. Or if you're doing yourself, look at yourself from multiple perspectives and advantage. Now, how does this look to them? How does that look to her? How does that look to my son? How does that look to my daughter? How does that look? Multiple perspective advantage. A lot of people, they don't do that. We don't do that. I had to learn this. It's just a savvy way of, I got it from, I forgot the life coach name. What is her name? I forgot her name. She has a great channel, but I'll remember it. But I got it from her. She's actually a psychologist and a neuroscientist. We have to learn how to do this. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. When they tell you something, you have to come out of yourself and be like, all right. And sometimes, the reason why I say do this, because when some people tell us stuff, we need to really fix our face, because we be looking all crazy. Be like, They just tell me that. Multiple perspective advantage. Yeah, MPA for sure. Yeah, let's. When somebody's telling you something, let's just be mindful of doing that. Okay, let's just be mindful of doing that. Multiple perspective advantage, right? So that's that. Just remember to put yourself in other people's shoes. So we've already talked about this a little bit. Number 8, admit your wrongs. Let me tell you something. Um, that shuts a lot of people down in my life because you can't say nothing once I be like, you know what, you're right, I was wrong. Actually, I love it because it shuts a lot of things down. I'm like, I messed up. You're right. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Or forgive me. Because we don't like to say I'm sorry because you're not sorry. But depend like Shamaria said, words are powerful. Please forgive me or, for what I said. But admit your wrongs. It cuts down a lot of arguments. And it shuts a lot of people up. Like you at work, husband or wife, your son or daughter, you just be like, I was wrong. Now don't go into like the woe is me, beat yourself up now. But just admit you were wrong. It eliminates a lot. Trust me. It does. So that's that. And I would like to bring that up. Big ups. Let's all give Jenny Morena a big ups for her anniversary with her husband. It's a beautiful thing when family works. And so let's give a big ups to her in the chat for that. That's a beautiful thing. She did share it on IG, but big ups to you, Jenny. Big ups to you. So, big ups to you for that. Thank you for reminding me of that, Tim. Tim is short for the Intentional Millionaire, for those that don't know. But like I said, with you guys, Tim, all you guys, just put Bernard S in the chat from here on out, and everybody else will catch on. Y'all don't have to type all that out. That's just typing out a book just to get to me. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just now. I'm just saying. Yeah, congrats to Jenny Morena. To you and your beautiful family. She has a beautiful family. It's what she admitted last week about being married, which is awesome. How she was saying just the 3 years it took for them to figure each other out, and here they are years later with a beautiful kids, smart husband, smart wife. That's awesome. And it seems like Intentional Millionaire is where y'all should be for your anniversary. Brother said he gonna be there for 3 weeks. I'm just saying. I'm picking with you, Tim. I'm picking with you. But yeah, big ups to people that are making it. So let me give a footnote to that. Let me give a footnote to that. When I asked Jenny Morena about being married, or Melissa Jane, right? Here's the footnote. They didn't sound like they were slaves. Watch where I go with this. You know how you ask somebody that people be bragging, right, Shamaria? All of us heard it. World class, right? Watch this. Everybody in chat. You ask a lady or a guy. Oh, we've been married 25, 30 years, but they say it like this. Lord, I've been married for 25 years. I know. Y'all, all of us heard it. Here's my thing on that. Here's my take on that. Don't tell us to get married and you're answering to us like that, because it'll make the single people in this chat not want to get married. Even this goes to you parents. Facts and the uncomfortable truth right there. Just saying. We listen. I don't care how old we are, we listen. But you sitting up here sounding like you just been in a... Yeah, exactly, Gail. Thank you. Sounding like they all beat down. Lord, but we've been through some things. I don't need to know that part. You the one who stayed. How about that? Oh, let me go there. Hello, McFly. Is anybody home, McFly? Hello, hello. Yeah, one of my favorite movies. Just saying. And I think this is where the conversation comes for most of the guys here and women that are ladies. All of you are. Where we have that, the guys say, oh, they're not like, no, because some of these women saw what their mothers went through and they just choose not to go through it. So now they're a modern woman. No, treat them with respect. I'm going to call this out like it is. Now, when it comes back from us men looking at some of the women, you have no attributes of your mother or grandmother. That's a different story. But you can't call her a modern woman because she saw her dad just like, especially like when he died, how many really siblings she really had. Come on. Let's talk about that because my son is watching me. My son is watching Core Facts. The world-class son is watching him. I'm just saying. And Kevin right here, KJ, single is single can be, just like Shamiria and some of these other, no kids, nothing, never been married. Why do you think they're like that? You guys are part of the reason. 25, 30 years, 40 years plus. You're great actors. Oh, you're great. Should have an Oscars for being married. Seriously, we should. This is what we talk about over here. It's going to hurt a little bit sometimes, but you have my people in the chat right here and their children and grandchildren not wanting to get married because of what they have seen. If you don't want to be together and you don't want to be sounding like, I've been working all my life, or she get on my last nerve, I'd rather just go sit on the roof like they say in the Bible. All right. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just saying. You guys answer like that, not us. I know people that are not even married that sound better than you guys, and they've been together 15, 20 years. They're not even married. And they're still happy. See, thank you. Here it is. I love being married, but you definitely have to be equally yoked. You have to have life goals to grow. Just saying. Goes back to my previous shows. I'm just saying. Guys, let me give you a hint. Let me drop this on you. For most women, it's their dream to be married. Some of you clowns messed that up. She's not gonna say it. I've been around enough women in my life. My cousin's in this chat. My first cousin's in this chat. Most women I know is literally. My wife told me, she said it was a dream for me to get married. That was my dream. The day and everything. Whether it rained or not. Just the fact that I could dress up. And it was a dream for her. How easy is that? Your game can be weak, dude, and you can still get a great and beautiful wife. I'm dropping game. I'm just saying. I sent Shamiria and Mandrell a video yesterday of a guy who has no jaw, and his wife is ridiculously gorgeous. Shamiria, am I lying? The woman is like, she's like a 9 or a 10. Literally. From the way she carries herself, and she has the nerve to be fit. She has a nerve to have natural hair pretty much. And she marries a man with no jaw. The women make it easy for you. All you have to do is just listen. Follow them until they start to follow you. You show them that, you got them. Thank you, Shamiria. Woman was just like gorgeous. Like it would be the question, how did he even get her? She didn't care because she understood the beauty of her husband on the inside. He has no jaw. He has no jawline. It's just like cut off right here and he has a hole right here. I'm not making this up. And of course, I was telling Shamiria about it on the text. Of course, that channel that has different people with disability has 10 million subscribers. 10 million. Thank you, Gail. Amazing video. Amazing video. What is everybody else talking about? You're talking about a bunch of nothing. That's how I feel. You're talking about, and this is proof of it. You're talking about a bunch of nothing. Seriously. So, let's go to number 9. Protect your thoughts, feelings, and secrets. And I should have put at all times. Oh, let's give an example. You know how your homeboy broke up with his girl or vice versa, and then she be like, well, he want that good in bed anyway. That's that Ice Cube look. You know how he used to look in the camera if he say something? You got to protect these things right here, psychologically. I wish I was told all this stuff in my 20s, early 20s. But things happen. My father died when I was 17. I became man of the house. My mom's stressed out. My brother's stressed out. I'm stressed out. I lost my father and my grandfather within a year. So my mother lost her father and her husband within a year. Me and my brother lost 2 men in our life within a year. But we came out okay. We're good. Because I had people like Corfax in my life. And the guy that grew up with a potential millionaire, that's his best friend, that my brother knows. We had each other. But being that we were not I did not learn this. I want your sons, your grandsons, your nephews, or whoever to be able to come over to this channel and learn these things. And women too. Protect your thoughts, feelings, and secrets. Seriously. I'm serious. Protect that at all times. I'm serious. If you don't, nobody will for you. Okay. All right. I had to put that comma in there. Sorry about that. Self-correct. So, you have to protect it. This is sacred for you guys. Women, I think, are a lot better at it than men, unless he's a hitman or something, or, or even the undercover California guy that does wrong things to people, right? But these things are important. Now, how many secrets have destroyed families? So I can take this left or right, up and down, all around, just off of secrets. Just saying. I like that, Kate. I like that, Kat. I like that, yeah. It's very important to you. That's your business. It's nobody else's. It's not my business. It's none of my business if any of you guys really don't like me. You're just over here. It's none of my business. It's none of my business. It's not. And I use me for an example because I don't, Exactly. Thank you, Gail. Thank you. Self-correct or self-destruct. 100%. You can't get no better than that right there. I'm telling you. That's a full course meal right there with just very few words. Self-correct or self-destruct. Take your choice. So just saying. My My sister said it. Protect your thoughts, feelings, and secrets. Protect that. That's yours to protect. Even when it probably comes to your spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend. I just saying, you have to self-develop you. I know. I was thinking the same thing, Gail. I was just thinking the same thing. Self-destruction. You headed for, oh man, ended up with Public Enemy. Oh man, had Dougie Fresh in here, beatboxing, Miss Melody. Oh man, you got me going through the song there. Headed for self-destruction. They don't make music like that anymore. That does not make the radio. What your senses of hearing is the most power senses among them all. Control, monitor, disengage from things. It is. I don't have to say nothing. The people I rock with right here, y'all see, we don't have to say much. I'm just saying. Another mic drop. And Miguel dropping and some other people. You know. You guys are awesome, but do number 9. Protect your thoughts, feelings, and secrets. Do that. Number 10. I'm gonna let that hit home. Everyone is a suspect. Some of you have learned this because you've been on YouTube. They were cool at first, but after a while, you begin to just say, you know what? Everyone is a suspect until proven innocent. But let's go deeper than that. That goes to your longtime friends, family members you can't choose, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your guardian that raised you, your teachers. Everyone is a suspect. I'm just saying. It could be your husband or wife, because I seen it 2 years ago, heard about it. Wife just living her life, husband doing whatever, and they both just living. Next thing you know, she has to move in with her sister because the husband just stopped paying the mortgage and let the house go into foreclosure. Out of nowhere, everyone is a suspect when it comes to you. Just saying. I'm just saying. And I do it with a grain of salt so you guys will know. Because with most of you, 99 if not 100% of you guys in this chat don't have to worry about that. Good people. But outside my family, because I consider you guys family, people are suspect. And a lot of you don't find that out until, well, something goes down. Or when mom or daddy dies, who got left what? Your longtime best friend, brother or sister that raised each other, or you raised each other, get real finicky real quick. When grandmothers died, grandmother or grandfather died or mother died, and who got left what? Oh, everyone is a suspect all of a sudden. You really begin to find out who's who. Just saying. So I'm gonna let that roll off of some people's backs and let it be where let the chips lay where they may fall. So we're gonna go back to some comments. So potential millionaire, the world opportunity in frequencies, and you hear shapes your belief. Your belief shapes your actions, and your actions is the scoreboard. Facts. That's why I don't listen to everything. When you wake up in the morning, the first 15 to 20 minutes is very important to what is the first thing that your brain hears. Proven study. I think it might be 30 minutes, but done it. Yeah, it's very important to what you listen to the first thing in the morning. Y'all see it. Y'all see it right there. Not making it up. Yeah, bruh. Family they get like Crisco greasy when somebody dies. And the main ones who never came around the house, never cut the grass, cleaned up grandma's house or cooked for her or took her out, took her to go get her medicine or mama's medicine or daddy's medicine, whatever the situation might be, they be the main ones with the hands out. They get real greasy. Oh my goodness. Brother, I've seen it I think, and potential millionaires from where me and Corfax are from, we in VA, but we've seen it even with I think it's even worse with big families. Oh my goodness. Grief, Charlie Brown. I never understood why he said good grief. How can you have good grief? Anyway, all right. Just had to make y'all laugh. I got to make y'all think, right? Good grief, Charlie Brown. How do you have good grief? Anyway, so I've seen it get ugly. I've seen fights. I've seen people act a fool. Just literally, my cousin, who's probably still in here, she saw the actual in living color at a funeral. Dude started dancing, yelling his mama or grandma. Like he went into a straight R&B dance, yelling his mama's name. I can't make this up. I got to make y'all laugh because this stuff, I can't make it up. I can't make it up. All right. Miss B Finesse says, I was just talking about this yesterday in the live. People will show who they are, so don't put them on pedestals. Facts. And once a person show you who they are, believe that's who they are. Once a person shows you who they are, believe that's who they are. I'm just saying. All right, let's get through this so we can get to Suzette Speaks, because they have canceled a certain person, and she's talking about that guy. So I'll let y'all see that. Yeah, so we're going to go to number 11. Always prepare a way out. See, guys used to get mad when they heard women say, oh yeah, I got my money. She probably was taught that probably by another man who knows how men are. Have you ever thought about that? MPA, multiple perspective advantage. He's going to protect his daughter from what he know he was, or what his friends are, or what he used to be. But men should be doing the same thing. Just like the song, just in case. We're just going to take that part of it. Even though the other part said, just in case I don't make it home tonight, right? But just in case. But that's just one segment. When it comes to your job, when it comes to you owing a landlord or something, or getting out of a relationship, always prepare a way out. If you're driving, do life the same way. Read the traffic signs so you'll know what's coming up. And you can always go around the bridge that's about to go up usually and not be stuck in traffic. Always prepare a way out. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It sounds harsh, and some people might come in, oh, she got some side money. She should. When you want your daughter to have some side money, or your son, just in case. Here's an answer, and here's a thing to prepare your way out. Here's where we're going in my family. Between my son and daughter, and now my grandsons, I'm striving to, or going to, buy land to where the house will always be a safe house for my family. No matter who they're married to, my family or side of the family can live there. And even if they get divorced, you can't touch that because it's the family house. That's how you roll. I'm preparing a way out just in case they need it. Always prepare a way out. Okay. Just saying. It's not hard. It's not hard. All right. So now we're going to go to number 12. Are people givers or takers in your life? Simple as that. Are people givers or takers in your life? Simple questions just to ask yourself and to go from there. Ask yourself that, and you'll be able to answer that very quickly when you just tally up the times they call you. And they're either calling you to give you something or take something. Simple as that. So, right here, that's number 12. Just saying. So, let's go to number 13. We are only as good from the experience that we have learned from. You have to realize that. Can't give nothing that you don't have. But if you have experience and you know how something felt, you give it all to your kids the best way you can not to do it. Now, sometimes they're just going to touch the fire and know that it burns. But this is all you can do. We are only as good from the experience that we have learned. That's it. That's all we are at the end of the day. Once you figure that out, you're good. Just saying. I'm just saying. Don't beat yourself up about it. So let's go to number 13. I'm sorry. Should have been probably... Okay, so should have been 14. So let's do that. And then, so 13 is that. And 14 is going to be, and then we're going to get out of here. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. That's what 14 is going to be. It's going to be a tough one, but this is what made most of us right here. I think this is a good one. So I'll keep, that's 13. So we're only as good from the experience that we have. And this one right here is a kicker, a real big kicker. And I came up with this because of watching Billy Carson's story. And when he said that, he said that's what changed his life. And when he said that, I've heard that before. Let's see. Right here, I'm almost there, guys. Thank you for your patience on this. I didn't think I had to do this live. I thought my smart self had did it. Right, so here we go, right here. All right, so all right, so right here, this is a kicker right here. Number 14. People, this right here is the kicker. And then I'm going to just go through all these pretty fast and, so you guys can, here's the 14th one, Shamiri. I'm sorry about that. So here's the 14th one. When you figure this part out about your life, let me see, did I put it in there? No, I thought I did. So when you figure this one out about your life, I'll probably just say it. How did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so what it is, number 14 is, you figured out that no one is coming to save you. You figured out that no one is coming to save you. Yeah. What happened in your life when you guys figured that out? Because sometimes you be in a situation where you just really can't call anybody. You figured out that no one is coming to save you. Literally. I'm telling you, that's a terrible feeling. Telling you, that's a terrible feeling. But you grow up very quickly. So when you learn that, you learn a lot of things, here we go, right here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go, right there. So push that last time. That's my fault. Figured out that no one is coming to save you. A lot of kids are like that right now, people. And you figured out that no one's coming to save you out of this marriage, out of this job, being a parent, trying to be the best sibling, trying to be the best child, trying to be the best grown-up version of yourself, even though the child still lives in you that tries to control the grown-up self. When you figure out that no one is coming to save you in certain situations in your life, you literally have to grow up that moment. And in some situations, if you don't, you would die. All of us have been somewhere like that. Thank you, Shamiria. But when you figured out that no one is coming to save you, in our culture, melanated culture, who are you to blame now? No one's coming to save us. No one's coming to save you. So we have to start with ourselves first to give it a domino effect, because a domino effect can go either good or bad. Either way, where there's a cause, there's an effect. But when you figure number 14 out, you figure that no one is coming to save you or us, depending on the situation, you have to grow up real fast. You will not survive. Just saying, you won't. So let's go back through them. Number one, thank you guys for your time. Number one, you spend more time with yourself than anyone. Know that. You live inside your own body. All right, number two, brain development. Your brain develops around the age 25 and above. So people know what they're saying to you, unless they have learning disabilities they're not telling you about. But people usually know what they're saying to you and you to others. Now, with brain development, you have feed your brain. We talked about how to feed that with walnuts, vegetables, okay, coffee and tea, okay, stuff like that. How some people put turmeric in their coffee and cayenne pepper in their coffee to help with certain other things in their body. Number four, like yourself before you love yourself. Can't love yourself if you don't like yourself. Number five, Work on your weakest skills, whatever that might be. Might be paying bills, it might be learning how to let down your guards, or to love someone, or to receive love, or to receive things from others. Whatever your weakest skill is, do them in order. Do it one at a time. You have a better chance of doing it. All right. Number 6, always strive to self correct, not try, thanks to Gail at night. Always strive to self correct. It's a lot easier usually than somebody telling you, because you might get in your feelings, or emotions, which means to stir up. Right? No. Number 7, multiple perspective advantage, MPA. Take yourself out of yourself and look at yourself from multiple perspective advantages, from different people's point of views. It's number 7. Take yourself out of yourself and put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So you're examining yourself either way. So watch how you say things and react. Number 8, admit your wrongs. It shuts down a whole conversation real quick. It leaves people speechless. I mastered that with my wife. I'm like, no, baby, I messed up. Okay, so how can we fix this? I'm not yelling. How can we fix it? But for me to admit that I'm not wrong, that's even crazier. Number 9, protect your thoughts, feelings, and secrets at all times. That's a part of you. It's part of your DNA. It's part of your growth. It's a part of the make you or break you situation. Protect your thoughts, your feelings, and secrets. You can't tell them to everybody. Number 10, everyone is a suspect. Your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your best friend you grew up with. They are a suspect until proven otherwise, because when somebody dies or somebody gets picked over you or something like that, or you get picked over somebody, you'll find out how much of a suspect you were. Number 11, always prepare a way out of your situations. Oh, I just got this car and I really can't afford it. Prepare to get a night job or a day job where you can be at home and work from home. You're in a bad situation, ladies. You feel like you can't leave him because he's beating you. You're going to have to prepare months ahead and hope that you can make it out of that. Men who have women that are delusional or may seem delusional, and they're chasing and doing fatal attraction stuff, prepare a way out. Always have a safe haven. You don't like your boss, you don't like your job, and I'm not going to use the word boss, your supervisor. That's old school talk. Prepare a way out. Start looking for a job like you already fired, or like he or she's already fired you, okay? Prepare a way out for all of your situations. Number 12, are people givers or takers in your life? Think about all the times when they call you, what was the transaction psychologically / physically? There's your answer. Just saying. 13, we are only as good from the experience that we have learned from. There's nothing really to be said on that. I'm just saying. This is what it is. Okay? It's not hard, and it can be hard. You can't give something you don't have. You don't have the experience of being in a relationship or married, or how to be married, because you don't have a blueprint. The only experience that you can go off of is what you know you don't want to happen. All right. 14, you figured out that no one is coming to save you. What do? You have to fight like Daniel's son, with one leg up in the air and your both arms up in the air. You have to fight for survival, for the future, for some of you men or women that you might have inside of you to give birth to another answer of life. You have to fight, or to take on somebody else's child, or the other smaller version or younger version of you that you can possibly, you have to fight. You have a purpose. But once you figure out that no one is coming for you, you be the best you can be and do the best you can. Just saying. Just saying. You know? So, you know, let me tell you something. We all strive, I think, to be the best we can be. We just fall when we try to compare ourselves to others. And sometimes the ones you compare yourself to, you find out that you surpass them or that you don't even want to be like them because they're not what you thought they were. You can only be you. You know? And going back to Jenny's, no man is free who cannot control himself. See that? I don't want to mess that name up. I want to say Pythagoras. I think I said that right. Pythagoras, like that, you know. And just saying, you guys are, you know, like I said, start putting, you know, and Jenny's still doing it. I guess it populates. Like I said, guys, from here on out, just put Bernard S. You know, right now, I'm just gonna back up out of here. I'm gonna backslide out of here like this guy. Where's he at? Right here. We're just gonna We're gonna backslide up out of here. And I really enjoyed you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you, Gail, for putting the Cash App in there again. I know I need to put it going across the screen. I know. Thank you, Gail. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, the World Class, the Core Facts, Melissa Jane. And I'm just going to scroll up because we're not trying to. KJ, Miss B Finesse, Intentional Millionaire. What else we got? Lash's Journey. Shamiria. Thank you guys for coming over on a Saturday morning. Because you don't have to do nothing. My lovely cousin, Honey Love. You know, everybody else that's ghost watching, because that happens a lot. Mr. Daryl Long, thank you for coming over, brother. You know, and I appreciate everybody that's watching this in the future. Thank you. Candidate Ann, thank you for coming over, sister. And you guys mean the world to me. Because you can be anywhere else except here with me. So we're going to do what we do here. And we got another comment, so I want to make sure. Oh, no problem, sis. No problem. We need it. You're so welcome, sis. I'm telling you guys, go to her website. Go to her channel. She is a actress acting right now, and she's totally underrated. Producing wise and everything. Totally underrated. Okay? Serious. Y'all go check my sister out. KJ, thank you. Lashes, thank you. OG Patrice, how you doing, sister? We're about to end this broadcast, but I just ran through some things here. Thank you, Core Facts. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And when you're in the right alignment, I have people like you guys to have my back. So I appreciate you guys. I love all you guys for being you and helping me become me and the better me. And, I hope and believe, just going to use the word believe. I believe that this is going to help somebody and some other people. And, I just want to thank you guys, man. Really do. This is something I'm going to usually probably end it with, and then I'm going to go into the other stuff. But y'all know me, because y'all didn't have to be here. Because this is a fact, and I appreciate you guys coming by. Peace, love, God bless. Much good energy to you. Have a great weekend. Have a great night whenever you're watching this. And thank you for your time. And here's the reason why I thank you for your time.
Anything lost can be found again. accept for time wasted.